Heavy rains, strong winds, even mudslides. The rainy season wreaking havoc in Colombia. Still going. Justice sector strike. Workers out of work over their pay. Global economic crisis. President Uribe's take. And bizcocho. Meet Miss Boyacá.
From RCN, Colombia's leader in news. This is RCN News in English with Brian Andrews, bringing Colombia to the world.
Good evening, everybody. From Bogota, I'm Brian Andrews reporting. We begin with a crazy weather situation that's happening here in Colombia. We're in the middle of the rainy season, and the rains and the winds are triggering weather emergencies all over the country. So far, we've had them in North de Santander, Bolivar, Atlántico, Córdoba, and even Antioquia.
This is what's left of the home in Cúcuta's Aguas Caliente neighborhood, where an elderly man died in his bed last night when heavy rain sent the roof crashing down on top of him. I woke up when I heard the roof start to buckle, he said. I got up to go to my father when suddenly everything came crashing down. Nearby, nearly a dozen houses in the Montebello neighborhood were damaged by the heavy rains. Other roofs collapsed and possessions were destroyed. Authorities report the main route between Cúcuta and Ocaña was cut off by multiple mudslides, and crews are working to clear the passage. In Antioquia, more mudslides, or derrumbes as they're called, destroying dozens of homes in Bello. In fact, dozens of families have been evacuated from their houses because of the chance the earth underneath could give way. As a precaution, we've moved many families out of their homes in the town of San Vicente. We hope they'll be able to go back when things dry up, he says. Emergency managers say other areas of the country are at extreme risk for mudslides, including the northwest of Uraba and small towns in the hills along the Magdalena and Cauca rivers.
Still out on strike, thousands of justice sector workers, and that's created a backlog of court cases. It's even caused some accused violent criminals to be set free. School teachers joined other justice sector workers in a march supporting the work stoppage until justice sector workers see their pay increased. Negotiations to end the strike have been going on for days now with no real progress. President Uribe says the judicial, or Justice Workers Union, is determined to keep it going. The president says the national budget cannot afford what workers are asking for, and that taking the risk of increasing pay could have a negative impact on the stability of the Colombian economy. Speaking of the economy, President Uribe says the United States has an ethical responsibility as the leader of the free world to find a solution to what's become a global economic crisis. RCN's Ana Maria Hernandez has that story.
Well, Brian, the president says that the United States have to take the leadership role in solving the economical global crisis.
In a speech to a Colombian group of economists, Mr. Uribe reiterated he has a plan in place to offset the possible negative impact of what's happening in the U.S. on the Colombian economy. We hope the U.S. can move forward with the bailout plan passed by its Congress, the president said. This is imperative for the world. Mr. Uribe said it's important to look at speculative capital investment in this time. He said he doesn't understand why people are trying to cover themselves with investment in the U.S. Treasury bonds when the U.S. has a lot of debts. People are looking for a solution to this in the place where the crisis began, the United States, the president said. This is why the U.S. had the ethical responsibility to find a solution. The president went on to say that he wants Colombia's economy to remain strong despite what's happening everywhere else. For RCN News in English, I'm Ana Maria Hernandez.
Time for the Colombian weather forecast, and we told you it's been really wet and rainy all over the country. Let's take a look at what's happening up on the coast. You can see Monterrey is checking in with showers, lightning and showers in Sincelejo. Sun's trying to come out in Cartagena, but not really. Same story in Santa Marta, Barranquilla, and Rio Hacha. As we're making our way through Valledupar, the birthplace of Vallenato, lots of clouds in that area. Rain in Cúcuta, ole ole toche as they say, Bucaramanga, Tunja and Boyacá, rain coming down. Hopefully the forecast will be better. Same story here in Bogota. We're going to have lots of showers. Showers continue with clouds in Medellin and Manizales and the Eje Cafetero. Caleños, mira, ve, mucho lluvia. Lots of rain happening there. Same story in Pasto and down in Tumaco on the lower coast, sun and clouds. As we make our way into the country's interior, Mocoa, it's raining. Same story in Florencia. The sun and clouds are trying to peek their way out in San Jose del Guaviare. And the Amazonas, we've got sun, we've got clouds, and we've got a little bit of rain in Leticia. Now, we told you about Boyacá, where it has been raining in the last 24 hours. Hopefully the weather forecast for this weekend is going to be great because they have something very special. They have a little town called Nabsa in Boyacá, and they're doing something really cool. They have a Vallenato music festival, and these are the Vallenatos from this little town of Nabsa. They are wearing the traditional Boyacá outfits. ¿Qué es el nombre de this?
Cubana.
What is it?
Cubana boyacense.
Ah, okay. Well, that's what this is. And then you've got your guacharaca and your drums. So, ladies and gentlemen, around the world as we bring Colombia to the planet, here is some Vallenato. Take it away.
Señora, yo soy Enrique Martínez, que nunca tiene miedo si se trata de tocar. Señora, yo soy Enrique Martínez, que nunca tiene miedo si se trata de tocar. Luis Martínez, Cayo Ballena, es candela, lo que van a llevar. Luis Martínez, Cayo Ballena, es candela, lo que van a llevar. Oiga, muchachos, oiga la nota, cómo toca el vallenato. Oiga, muchachos, oiga la nota, cómo toca el vallenato.
Well, in Boyacá, we've got fabulous Colombian music this weekend, and of course, they have beautiful Colombian women. Today, we're going to leave you with a look at Miss Boyacá, who will be competing in the upcoming Miss Colombia competition. That's the RCN News in English. I'm Brian Andrews, and we're bringing Colombia to the world.
Se pone celosa.